Okay, so this is a 6-mark question. You're likely to get one of these just towards the end of your exam, and it's split up into different mark ranges. So you can get 1 to 2 marks if you write a few of the main points and you just maybe bullet point it, don't really spell things correctly, don't use the right specialist language, that sort of thing. You might get 3 or 4 marks if you get a couple of the things, a couple of the main points. You spell things mostly right, but you maybe don't make it particularly clear. If you want your 5 to 6 marks, then your spelling, punctuation and grammar's got to be good, and you get most of the points and you express yourself quite clearly. So these are some of the points that you can make. And you should be writing in full sentences for this 6-mark question. So try and get as many points as you can, but you don't necessarily have to make 6 points for this. You can probably aim for about 4 points, but try and make them clear and explain yourself, which will help you get your 6 marks. So let's go through them. Why are social networking websites, why have they been used to help people organise protests against governments? Is in response to the Arab Spring, where things like Facebook and Twitter were used to organise street protests, things like that. But your responses have to be technical reasons, not social reasons. So you've got to talk about the technology behind it. So let's have a look. Firstly, data can be stored outside of the country. So say, for example, in China, where they censor the internet, anything that's stored inside China might be wiped or deleted or blocked, but if it's stored on Facebook servers or Google servers or something like that in America, then it's likely to be free from censorship, which is why things like Twitter is blocked in China, but Weibo, the Chinese equivalent, people are allowed to access that. So using social networking websites lets you post not just text like a phone call where you can talk to people, but you can also have videos and photos, so people can be better informed. You can record evidence of anything that's happening, and it's just a nice instant way of getting videos and photos and text to people. If you're relying on a phone network, then the phones might be busy. You can only have one person on a particular phone at once. But if you've got social networking sites, then multiple people can use that social networking site at the same time. So you've got more capacity to reach people faster. You're also able to share things publicly. If you're on the phone to somebody, you're just talking to that person. But if you're posting on Twitter, then the whole world can see what you're saying. So it allows you to share stuff publicly, which means that you can spread the word about your protest faster. And it's going to be harder to crack down because if you go missing, then there's a record of what you've said online. And it can also be used on mobile devices, so you can organise your protest whilst you're on the move. So remember, you've got to say your points, you've got to explain your points, and you've got to do it in a way that uses specialist vocabulary, so the right sort of words, technical language, in correct sentences with good punctuation and grammar. If you do all of those things, then you get the full 6 marks.